online water bill payment facility put in place. Discontinuation of JNNURE scheme has hampered the progress of the project. A new follow-up scheme at the earliest is needed. Important lessons from the 24/7 was public relation, customer services, tariff, frequency of the bills, post-meter leakages, awareness period, dummy bills, restoration of the road cuts, and sensitive water meters. The learnings from this 24/7 project demo project were very valuable in framing the 24/7 full city contract, and we learned a lot from this demo project. And it was also, we could showcase the results to the policy makers so that these good practices, they can see the good practices already implemented, and based on these results, the 24/7 full city was approved policy for the full city contract. Now, what are right now the challenges? We need the sustained support, commitment of the public partner to the project, timely release of the grants by government and its timely utilization. Right now we are facing this same problem. Specialist expertise and competency building for NESL, for ULB, these are the capacity building required. Strengthening the public relations and communication function to gain improved support, that is the most required for the last mile connections, that is house service connections. To strengthen the performance focus at the field level, managing PPP relationship and public expectations, replacement of the consumer connections and addressing last mile and internal plumbing issues will need to be tackled head on, as these aspects are critical to consistently deliver 24/7. Now, as regards recycle and reuse of the wastewater, a Nagpur Municipal Corporation has identified the potential users and also prepared a master plan for water reuse. We have identified the total 395 MLD requirement for water reuse is already, the customers are already showed willingness, and a master plan is put in place. This economics of the water reuse, if we non-potable water demand, the cost per MLD comes to 1.07 crores, and without this only fresh water project cost is around 3 crores per MLD. So this is going to be the difference between the water reuse and without reuse. Future bulk water supply security, this is the same demand and sources with reuse of water and without reuse of the water. We have taken up two projects. One is the 200 MLD STP in Nagpur on PPP with reuse and reuse. The project cost is 260 crores. Right now this is under financial closure. The agreement will be soon executed. And one other one is this project 2 is 130 MLD STP at Bhandewadi. This is regarding Mahajanko, and this work is already 90% work is completed. Wastewater initiatives for Nag River public awareness program. This Nag River is around 17.50 kilometer total length. Width of the river is 20 to 45 meters. Depth of the river is 0.7 to 4.5 meters. There were 6 number stretches, and we have taken up the cleaning, desilting of this Nag River in the last year. There was a tremendous public support, and this was taken up with this full cities. All citizens participated by human chain, and all political parties, they irrespective of the parties and all, they come together, and there is a total public participation and involvement in this project. So as far as Nagpur is concerned, I just want to sum up. We have the master plans ready for water, wastewater, water reuse. There is a political ownership, there is a willingness there is a administrative readiness, And now we want to pick up, since Honorable Minister is there from Nagpur, the CAB is from Nagpur, we hope to get a very good support from politicians. And the only thing is required is now to pick up from them and sort out all the issues regarding the implementation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hastak. Wonderful presentation. And Nagpur has emerged as one of the successful story as far as the 24/7 water supply is concerned. It sounds very simple, 24/7, but I was involved with the initial projects of 24/7 in Karnataka, which was taken in the city of Gulbarga, Hubli, Dharwad, Belgaum, these three cities, and I was deputy commissioner of one of the city, and I know how difficult it is to get this project implemented, because the moment you go for 24/7, the first issue will be that why you are privatizing water, and that is the first question one has to give, and it takes a lot of time to convince people that it is not privatization of water, that tariff is going to be under control of the government. So the wonderful job, and one thing is very important about the 24/7, that without people's involvement, it is not possible. So it is not a mechanical thing that somebody has gone and put things in place and the people are, each and every house to be a part of the whole movement. 24/7 is a movement, but at the same time, it needs huge amount of money. In fact, last month itself, I got a telephone call from Chief Minister of Karnataka that if you want to give 24/7 water supply for the whole city of Bangalore, how much it will cost? And I was taken aback that what should be my reply? So I tell it 1,000 crore, 2,000 crore, 3,000 crore. And when we started going into the depth, we realized that it cost 10,000 rupees per capita.
But you see, you replaced the whole network. They didn't do that.
No, I'm coming to that. I'm not the methodology can be, it's not a comparison between Karnataka and Nagpur, madam, because Nagpur has anyway advantage. So, what I'm telling that it costs a lot of money, 10,000. So it's really the planners have to think that whether to concentrate that kind of money in one city or whether you want to provide relief to all the cities. It's all question of money and time. So, but it's a wonderful exercise, 24/7. There is no second thought about it. And it's a quite learning process. And when he was talking about the reuse and recycle of water, I think we are focusing mainly on the how to reuse the treated water, but we are losing track of an extremely important resource which is generated during the process of sewer treatment, and that is the sludge. And I can tell you it is more valuable than the water which is coming out after the treatment, and there's a tremendous potential for using that sludge for the generation of biogas, and that biogas can be used for generation of electricity. In fact, I visited Sweden in a Stockholm city that almost 290 buses are running on the biogas generated from one of the sewer treatment plants. So what a wonderful solution. Why can't we do that? And I think that is another area which we have to be focusing on. Now, I'll request Mr. Lakhani, because his company, Vishwaraj Infrastructure, is a partner in the whole Nagpur project. So he will be telling his perspective about the implementation of the project.
Good afternoon, friends. Mr. Hastak has quite summarily and very well elaborated all those issues that we have faced as a city. I will add to it some of the issues which, as a private operator, what we look at and how it appears to us to be in the very middle of it. Like Mr. Parvez said, 24/7 is something which is not an easy thing to do, and even, it's a new concept. Even first time when I was asked, why will you be participating into this? So I said, we are getting 24/7 water. I mean, what's so great about it? Why do we need this pressurized water system? So understanding the health aspects of it, understanding the overall long-term benefits, the economic benefits of having this type of water, a clean, healthy water system. About the city, Mr. Hastak has already explained it. So we have this full city. We have a capex of 92 million. This is being done as a 50-50 joint venture of Vishwaraj and Veolia Water. We also have another project in Nagpur, that is a 200 MLD STP, which was mentioned by Mr. Hastak. Only unique thing here is it is a 100% private investment project with a deferred payment, a capex, opex support. And the basic idea is that if we sell this water to the thermal power stations in 30 years concession, the plant will be free, including operation and maintenance cost for the civic body. Now, the contractual terms, which we think are like the key, the key features for this particular contract to, I will say, survive 3 years and getting more stable as we go along, is first is that we have kept the tariff and the operator fees separate. So there is no direct conflict of public interest at large with the private operator. So irrespective of the political decisions that whether, to keep it increasing or to keep, give the concessions to the underprivileged areas, it doesn't affect the operator. And it also gives a financial stability to the whole mechanism of PPP. So we get our fees on the amount of water billed and collected. So there is a complete synergy of, intent with the local body, because that's what ultimately need to be done, increasing the efficiency. In addition to that, there was a minimum offtake guarantee. Now, in all the ULBs, we had this, single entry system in the accounting. So there was no exact knowledge about how much water was billed earlier. Because of this data unavailability, a minimum take or pay was given in this PPP. And I feel this is one of the major things that all the PPP projects should have, to have this, initial settling down period for the private operator. Secured escrow, of course, to the comfort to the lenders. Telescopic tariffs, that is now a normal thing like in power and energy. In the 200 MLD, we have the revenue secured by annuity payments and possible upside through reuse revenue share as per the contract. The challenges what we faced was apprehension of stakeholders in the initial phase. Like Mr. Parvez said, privatization is the first word. I mean, cutting across the political lines, across the groups. And I must say this, that although it took 3 years for this contract to finally being awarded to someone, but the process was very good. There was a lot of public interactions. There were a lot of public debates that the ULB went through to ensure that, it is being communicated to the people. For these apprehensions to go away, the major steps were these public communication, fact sharing about the quantum of wastage. No one really knows that we are pumping 640 MLD and probably we don't know to 400 MLD where it is going. So these type of numbers also make people more conscious about the type of wastages. I mean, and then they are more pro towards the change. Timeline expectation management is another thing. When you say you are doing 24/7, they will say, okay, will it be from tomorrow? So you see, no one has a magic wand, and it is a process. It is a process, and it is a tough process. Going into every household and replacing their meters. I mean, it's a social project. It's not a commercial project at all. Continuity in government funding scheme is a new challenge. It was not there, but recently we are facing this in the last 6 months. Hopefully it will go away. And in the longer term, I think, the financial sustainability of any model, of any ULB's water division has to be looked into, more forcefully. What we feel that there is a willingness to pay, the willingness to charge is what is missing. Like Hon'ble Minister was also speaking in the morning, that willingness to charge has to come